Hey, this is Jonesy from Jonesy TV coming at you with a review for the new Designated Survivor episode that was released tonight entitled The Confession. Now, this episode is great. There's a lot of plot movement and a lot of things happened, and let's just list off those things. Well, they had the funeral for the former president, and the other Congress lady who survived, the Republican Designated Survivor, tried to basically gave the speech and is trying to. We figure out that her intentions are to run for election in 2 years, so she's sort of trying to put herself out there as a better person than Tom Kirkman. So we have that sort of clash. Not only that, but we see that the military or the White House is hacked, and Al Shahar sends a video of their leader basically claiming that they were the ones who orchestrated the attack. Now, it wouldn't have been a problem if it wouldn't have been released, but of course, our Aaron Shore, our advisor to the president, or one of the president's advisors, released the information so to try to save Kirkman's career, but that goes directly against Tom Kirkman's orders, and so the president actually makes him the chief of staff because he has different views as him, and it was interesting to see that and see him turn down Emily Rhodes for that position. So that was sort of the conflict. The other senator, designated survivor, was trying to rise in the polls. And also the son of the former president didn't like Kirkman until the end. Whenever we see this scene of where Kirkman basically tells him how his father actually did love him, gives him a pamphlet about how he went to his son's orchestra concert without drawing attention to him, and his son thanks him for it. But not only that, but we see some great character moments whenever he just sits down with his family at the end of the day. And this show, I think the political dramas on television can sort of have a tendency, at least, to not show the family involvement, not show the emotional involvement of this. And of course, this is a high stress situation, but we see that here. We see that emotional family connection. We see that with his son, Leo. Basically, we figure out he's a drug dealer, but that drama goes down with President Tom Kirkman's wife having to deal with that. And it was just really cool to see the family conflict, and they didn't shoehorn it in. It felt natural, it felt organic, and really the plot flowed together this week. There was points that were greatly, like, I watched the Arrow premiere, and surprisingly, this show had more drama and tension than Arrow, and that's an action TV superhero show. So, like, it keeps you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next. And this episode is great too because it showed Kirkman getting a few small victories, and it tends to be, I've seen the progression of the show, that Kirkman always gets a emotional victory, or at least a sort of a pyrrhic victory at the end of every episode, or the show, it gives you enough drama to keep you going, and enough bad things that happen, but also gives you these small little nuggets that go right. And I really did like this episode, and I'm really thinking Designated Survivor is probably the best new show on television right now. I'm not going to lie, and I would have to give this episode a 9.5. It was simply amazing, and Kiefer Sutherland's performance as Tom Kirkman is out of this world. All the other actors and actresses are doing fantastic jobs, but just Kiefer Sutherland is just on another level, and he's really killing this role. So I'm glad this show's been renewed for a second season, but I'd have to give Designated Survivor, Season 1, Episode 3, The Confession, a 9.5 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Remember to like and subscribe for more. This has been Jonesy from Joneser TV, signing off.